Hi, goddesses. Dawn Baki, the holistic hairdresser, coming back at you. So I did my hair 2 days ago with Curly, with my natural curl, and I used the primer, the design cream, my hair dryer with a diffuser. But I like to shampoo my hair about every 3 to 4 days. So what I'm gonna do now is I put it up in a ponytail yesterday, and I wanted to show, and then I actually slept in it, but it was more on top of my head. So now I'm gonna take it out, just like you would at home, or what you do, you just take it out. And so my curls, aren't as big and pretty, they're a little softer. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to reactivate the product that I have in my hair. I'm also gonna use damage control, and damage control is a heat protector, a thermal protector. So it's already dry, but I just kind of want to moisten it up a little bit with the protector. So I just kind of spray it in, not a lot. That's about it. So it just puts a little moisture in there. Now, I'm going to take my hair dryer, I'm going to put it on low speed and low heat, okay? And then I'm just going to take my hands and blow dry it, okay? You're gonna have some snarls, that's why I'm using my hands versus using a brush or a comb, because I don't wanna pull my hair. It's gonna snarl because of all the product that we have in there before to have curly. So what we're doing is we're heat activating it a little bit right now, but we're also going to be protecting it with the damage control thermal hairspray. As you can see, I'm taking the hair dryer and going down instead of going up. The reason I'm going down is because I want that cuticle to stay sealed. And so the heat going down the hair shaft is gonna make it better. All right, so it's pretty dry. You wanna make sure your hair's dry. You don't wanna put any oils or anything like right now. I don't want to put oil in it because oil, depending on what oils you use, of course I have Gemini oil, and but putting a hot curling iron or a flat iron or something like that on your hair and you have moisture in your hair, it's gonna sizzle it, it'll blister it. So that's why you want it dry, and you definitely want to use a heat protectant in it. Okay, so now what I do is I have a lot of hair, so I section it. I usually do about 3 sections. So I take my fingers from the top of the ears and I go all the way around. Now I pull this up, I just get it out of my way. And I use a big old alligator clip to hold it. So now, keep in mind, it's dry. So I'm gonna take my curling iron. The trick with the curling iron is you don't want to have it on like 450 degrees. That is for hair that more really thick, like Asian hair, Hispanic, Middle Eastern, that type of hair that's really kind of thick and coarse. Then you use one, high heat. Now, if your hair is medium to a finer texture, you don't really need to go above like 325, 350, okay? So the hotter the iron, it doesn't mean your curl lasts longer. It just means you can damage it. Now, the other trick is that I like to do is I take the section and I start in the middle and then I spin it. And I I like this going down. I call it my tail. I take this down and I spin again till that tail gets in there. Till the tail gets in there. Then I let it go. And you have this beautiful, smooth curl. So now I'm just gonna do this all over my head. And I take it, like I said, in the middle and I pull it out straight, pull it down, and you have the tail going down. You open it up, spin again until that tail gets in there. Yes, yes. So if you start at the end and roll the curling iron up, it's not gonna work as well. Let me show you. So what happens is, say you start down here and you work your way up, well, it doesn't curl as well. It'll curl the ends. See, it gives it a little bit of a curl versus this. So that's why you wanna start in the middle. Now, it's kind of like back in school days with heat. Heat gets those molecules going really fast around the iron, and then you let it cool. It makes the molecules slow down and it forms a stronger curl. So you don't want to like pull it out right away. You just let it be, okay? So now I got that section done. Now I go to my temple area and I go straight around like that. And I just spin this out of my way. Again, just get it out of the way. Okay, so now I have this hair. Now around the face, I always like to curl it away from the face because it opens it up. So start in the middle, pull down a little, turn, down, make sure that the tail is in there. Otherwise you get this thing called a fish hook where it goes like that and it's not pretty. So you can get this style done in about 7 to 10 minutes, depending on the length and density of your hair. Super easy to do. And remember, it's not clean. It already has product. It has the expansion line in there, which is great because the expansion line, it builds on itself, and so it gives you more and more volume. So that's what we like. Well, at least that's what I like. Yeah, I'm from the 80s. I like big hair. Now, as you can see, I take the iron down the hair shaft a little bit, especially if it's a thicker section of hair. Again, that heat makes those molecules work faster. And then when it cools, it slows down and makes a stronger curl. Now, some people feel like you should take one curl one way and then take it the next way. One way, then the next way. One way, then the next way. I just kind of feel, I just curl my hair whatever way my arm works, So if it works going back, then awesome. If it works going forward, that's the way to do it too. Any way it makes and it makes it comfortable. Now I'm ready for my crown section. Now this one's really important. Okay, so I have, as you can see, this white hair right here. And I kind of like it. So I want to make sure I show it off. So again, what I'm doing is I'm taking my hair and then I take the tail of it, I start close to the scalp and I work it around. So I go back, same with this side. I take it, I start closer to the scalp, and then I roll it, kind of pulling it down. So now since you pretty much have all your hair curled and it's cool, what I like to do is take the FFL, again, you wanna shake it up, okay? And then I tend to do the same thing I did with the curly hair and spray this on the outside. And then I take my hands and I flip it over and I use my fingers to just finger through it. There, isn't that pretty? Now you have day 3 or 4, you had curly hair, and then we put it up in a ponytail, and now I have it in pretty soft curls. Super easy to do. Just need a hair dryer. You want your damage control to reactivate everything and to protect your hair. And then I did everything. There's no frizz. As you can see, I don't have any frizz, but if I wanted to have, if I did have frizz and I wanted to calm that down, there's a couple things we can do. You can either use the Gemini oil. Again, you put it in your hands and then you just go ahead and finger through it again. That will get rid of frizz. But if you want more of a, and that's more of a softer style. If you want a style that's a little bit more on the piecey side, then you want to use Get a Grip. Get a Grip is like a paste. It's pretty cool. And you put it, see, you just put a little bit in your hands. You heat it up and then you go ahead and finger through that way. And that is going to keep you have more of a set look. It's gonna have more of a structured look, not so loose and soft. Nice, easy. There you go. I hope you enjoyed it. How to take your hair from curly to soft waves. Okay, mwah. See you guys later. If you like me or love me, please subscribe. Get a lot more content.